Hello Namibia, and welcome to your daily lunchtime show where you get to catch up on current events and headlines that are in the news. My name is Priska Agnolo and you are watching NMH at 1. Let's get the show. So today is Franchise Appreciation Day and the following clip is brought to you by Colcaccio. Do enjoy.
Come on now. Say hey. Listen up, y'all, 'cause I've got something to say. Hey, hey. Well, you better get ready, 'cause you know I came to play. Hey, hey. I'm trying to sit in the ground. It's time to wake up this time. Come on, get up, y'all. It's time to take it to the streets. You and me. I got the feeling that it's gonna be the one to be. Guaranteed. I just wanna party. Keep on moving my body.
Do stay tuned as we give you an overview on all of the news making headlines from across the country, including the front and inside pages of all the national newspapers. But for now, let's head on straight to our COVID-19 monitor. Namibia's overall recovery rate remains at 95%, and although a huge backlog in all cases were cleared in the Gomases region, it is evident that following up on positive cases still lags behind in some regions. Irongo is a clear example. By Saturday, this region had 878 active cases, according to the Ministry of Health and Social Services. This is the highest total for any region and represents 1/3 of the remaining 2,678 active cases. However, only 187 new cases of COVID-19 were reported in the Irongo region over the last 2 weeks. More than 600 of this region's positive cases have in all probability recovered already. An increase in new cases in Omaheke, mostly at schools, caused this region's recovery rate to drop slightly, from 92% to 88%. Ohangwena's recovery rate further decreased from 89% to 86%. Especially Enana continues to experience an increase in new cases. Active cases in Kavango East numbered only 20 by Saturday. Similar decreases were experienced in regions like Oshikoto and Kunene. The best recovery rate is 97%, as indicated for both the Oshikoto and Gomases regions. And now we move on to the video news segment from across the country. In our first video, the SWAPO Party's Kavango East Youth League Secretary Anselm Marungu talks to Kenya Kambowe about the passing of the late SWAPO stalwart and Deputy Secretary General Marco Hausiku.
I'm saddened by the passing on of Comrade Marco Hausiku. He's a dependable leader of our people. I know him as a teacher, liberation icon, and a politician of note. A leader who provided leadership and proper direction to the party and government. So, as I'm talking to you now, I must be honest and tell you that I'm very much, saddened, and the party have really lost a library. It's a person with high level of institutional memories of our party. So we have, as a party, indeed lost a brave leader.
Okay. And as I've engaged fellow residents from this region, some are saying that the region, he was like a father of the region, despite to which political formation people belong to. He always had a time for everyone, and they could relate to him. So, what does the passing of the late Marco Siku mean to the people of the Kavango?
The passing on of Comrade Marco Hausiku means that Kavango have lost a unifier, because whenever you meet Comrade Marco, he will give you a smile, and he will forever attend to any problems that you will give him. So for me, in short, I must say we have lost a unifier. That is the word that I can give you.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good job.
NTC launched a new project called Dreamers. According to the company's Chief of Human Capital and Corporate Affairs, Time Kanjo, the project aims to ensure that the company's ambassador dreams come true. Enzo Amwele was there.
To become who they are today. If you interview any of our ambassadors that are successful, they will tell you they once had a dream, but it didn't just stop with a dream. It started with a dream, somebody gave them an opportunity, and then this dream turned into reality. We at MTC want our ambassadors to dream big. There is this, notion that if you are an accountant at MTC or any other company in Namibia, that there's a full stop. Matthew, Dumbu, accountant, full stop. But it doesn't end there. All we need to do is put a comma where there's a full stop, because your dreams continue. And we are an organization, we are a company that wants to make sure that every of our ambassadors dream big, and we will help them achieve those dreams. So we started the Dreamers Project a month or two ago, and we've invited all our ambassadors to apply in 3 categories. The first one is on talent development, which basically means if there is an ambassador out there that just wants to invest in him or herself, whether it is music, whether it is whatever the case may be, that we will help them achieve their personal dream of wanting to become who they want to be. The second category is that of social.
The Minister of Arts, Education and Culture, Anangi Pondoka, held a meeting with schools and other stakeholders in the Erongo region, focused on the National Secondary Senior Certificate Advanced Subsidiary Curriculum. Out of Kawe was there.
Subsidiary level specifically involves an aspect of change, which has an implication to change on how things should be done at all levels of the education system. And I'm really happy that my official who spoke, from the director of the region to the director NED to Ms. Vantenaar, they have said it all. We cannot do the same thing. I mean, a different thing in the same way. And this applies to both learners and teachers. In fact, it applies from top, from the minister to the cleaner. We cannot do the same thing the same way. I mean, the new thing the same way. Change implementation requires unity of purpose, information sharing, and efforts to inspire, motivate, and strengthen each other. And this is why we are here today.
And now we take a look at the front pages of our national dailies. The Namibian Sun leads with its survey among business leaders and legal experts on the question companies face on how to handle unvaccinated employees in the workplace. Sven Time, chairperson of the Old Harbour Enlist Group, which employs over 6,000 people, as well as the Hangala Group's executive chairman, Lee Kangala, are among the business leaders expressing the right of employers to ensure that their businesses, operations, and employees are protected by ensuring sufficient opportunity to get vaccinated. Algemeine Zeitung focuses on the issue that the environmentalists Isaac Smith and Ingrid Munt are disputing the Ministry of the Environment's officially announced number of desert lions in the country, saying the actual number is considerably lower. The ministry's press spokesperson, Romeo Muyunda, recently said Namibia's lion population is growing steadily and currently stands at about 800. However, according to Smith, the lions on private property should not be included, as the animals are usually sterilized or breeding with the animals is prohibited. Republican provides details regarding the Ministry of Mines and Energy's price increase on applications for mining exploration licenses, the first price adaptation since 1990. Mines and Energy Minister Tom Alwendo also provided an update on plans to change the country's legislation to allow the state free access to shares in mining companies. Alwendo said he is in favor of the system for the Namibian nation to earn funds through the capital market. The Namibian front page sheds light on a controversial decision by Minister of Environment Pohamba Shifeta to handpick a company largely owned by businessman Laban Kandume for the exclusive right to transport travelers into the Namib Desert's renowned Sources Flare area. This contract was never advertised, and Namibia Wildlife Resorts, which may now lose as much as 10 million Namibian dollars a year, was not informed of what was happening until they received instructions to partner with Kandume's company. New Era quotes a survey recently done by the newspaper, which is said to have found that only 40% of media practitioners in the country have so far been vaccinated against COVID-19. Among those vaccinated, about 76% have also received their second dose. Among those not vaccinated, 47% said that their personal health conditions did not allow them to take the vaccine, while 43% indicate their distrust in the vaccine, and 21% say they have not had time. And from our country's newspapers today, here are some selected highlights from the inside pages. Namibian Sun reports on the reinstatement of 4 municipal officials in Walvis Bay who were suspended pending an investigation into millions of dollars that allegedly went missing from the massive urban land servicing project. The officials were suspended after the Anti-Corruption Commission raided their offices and seized computers and cell phones last December. Walvis Bay Mayor Trevino Forbes said the audit report will be made available next week. Algemeine Zeitung quotes data from the Namibian Agricultural Association regarding the devastation of the recent veld fires. A staggering 1.38 million hectares of land were affected by the fires, and 503 farms suffered the consequences. It also quotes research done by a consultant, which indicated that veld fires in certain zones tend to be caused mainly by man-made fires getting out of control. In other zones, fires would arise either from lightning strikes or unintentionally during the production of charcoal, from unguarded campfires, or from carelessly lighting materials. Meanwhile, farmers continue to call for an emergency team to be set up to determine the causes of the fires. Republican shares the experiences of the team of wildlife vets Namibia, who undertook the epic journey to deliver 5 wildebeest, 6 eland, 5 sable antelope, and 8 nyalas to be relocated in a game reserve in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The road trip via Katima Mulilo and Livingston also went past the Zambian capital of Lusaka before crossing the border into the DRC. Crossing rivers on a ferry transporting these wild antelope was just some of the unique challenges the team faced. The 3 NMH newspapers also contain a special 32-page supplement focusing on mining in Namibia. One of the stories features the Roshpina zinc mine in the middle of the desert, introducing cutting-edge applied technology, including Wi-Fi hundreds of meters underground. For the first time in more than 4 months, Namibian health authorities reported 0 COVID-19 deaths in the country on Monday, according to New Era. The last time this happened was on 19 April this year. Health Minister Kalumbi Shangula attributed the consistent decline in new infections, hospitalizations, and deaths to the public's cooperation. And finally, in sports news, the Namibian publishes its interview with netball player Monica Gomases, who has had an exceptional season so far for University of Johannesburg in the ongoing Varsity Cup series. Gomases was spotted as a talented individual while representing Namibia's Desert Jewels in the Spa Challenge TR Nations in Cape Town last year. Last Sunday, she won her 3rd Player of the Match award, playing for UJ in the Varsity Cup. And with that, we have reached the end of our show. Thank you so much for joining me, Priska Anyolo, on NMH at 1, and we wish you a lovely day ahead.